and why the mainstream media is hoping and has allowed the Joy Taylor story and the Fox Sports story to go away, particularly the New York Times, and just how black women are being used, in my opinion, to undermine the patriarchy and radically change America and just the normal standards. And I use the quote from People magazine from a source. So Michelle Obama doesn't care about expectations, traditions, and protocols. It's like she gets to do whatever she wants, and it's a message to me, I think, to the rest of women, black women in particular, that this is the idea. Expectations, protocols, traditions mean nothing. You establish new protocols, new traditions, new expectations. Out with the old, in with the new, and you get to decide. It's a recipe for the kind of destruction and chaos that I think I see throughout all of America, but particularly in Black America. Your thoughts?
Jason, I agree with you. And I think they're sending this message because Black women have bought into feminism hook, line, and sinker. And we are too stupid to look around and see that it hasn't really worked out in our best interest. Not only are more Black women single, they're single mothers, our kids have gone astray, and we don't see the real effects that it's had. So, yes, I do think they're sending a message. And Jason, I think you said something very profound when you said, we accept it. We think that it's okay because Black women and Black men alike will applaud Michelle Obama for standing 10 toes down and not going to the inauguration. That's how little the Black man is respected, that it's okay to hate Trump more than you put on a united front with your husband, more than you show that you are submissive and following your husband. And say what you want about Melania, because I see people so many times saying, well, I don't think she likes Trump, or I doubt they're having sex, or I doubt. But when it appears that if he says jump, she says how high. When he moves, she moved just like that because people thought, oh, is she going to be at the RNC? Yes, she's been right by his side. And I'm sure, she has gone to events that she didn't want to be at, but she actually showed up to support her husband. And who is Barack going to lean over to and cover his mouth and say something if Michelle is just constantly, I'm not going, I'm not going. And he probably has accepted that this is his life when really he needs to look at Michelle and say, Michelle, this is what's going to happen. But he can't even do that because we have really conditioned society, like you said, the Black woman is untouchable. And I just think it paints a bad picture. Listen, I could argue with my man this morning. If we had somewhere to go this afternoon, we're going to put on a united front. Again, say what you want about Hillary. This woman was humiliated publicly and still stood by her man. And I just think that we don't have that. And I think it's necessary sometimes because why wouldn't she support Barack? Why wouldn't she care about loving Barack more than she hates Trump, respecting and following Barack more than she hates Trump, not letting her husband go in the lion's den without her standing by his side? I just think that, again, we've allowed this and we can look around and see the fallout and see all of the fruit, and the fruit is rotten.
We've allowed it, and the key word is we've normalized it. And so let's if we turned on Steve Harvey's radio show this morning, or Ricky Smiley, or whoever, I can't even remember the names of all the morning talk show hosts that I used to know. Russ Parr, is he still around? But literally, there should be a conversation going on those shows of like, man, Barack and Michelle seem to be out of step with each other. Barack seems to be being respectful of expectations, protocols, and traditions, and Michelle's not. Hey, is that a good thing? Trust me, this conversation isn't going on anywhere other than on this show and maybe maybe some shows I don't know about, but we're not even having this conversation because we have no biblical expectations for how our relationships are supposed to move and operate. So it's not even a conversation. The people will hear it now and be like, yeah, I agree. But it never crossed your mind because our default setting isn't like, okay, what's the biblical point of view on this? Our default setting is, do white people hate what we're doing? Okay, good. Oh, they hate it. Let's do it. And am I giving Donald Trump the finger? Yeah, Michelle's sticking the finger. Yeah, but she's strong. That's great. That's all we're thinking about is our hatred of Trump. We're not thinking about, are we in alignment with God? Or are we in alignment with a biblical marriage where you become one and you move as one? This is the expectation. And so we, people that, not me, but we in general, we put up a Barack and Michelle on a pedestal and we let them define what is normal for us and what we should be doing. And they're showing you a very dysfunctional marriage that doesn't move as one. It's two independent parties that do what's in their best interest, or one sends this message and the other one sends this message. And it's normal for us. And anybody that raises an objection, like me, how dare you? No way we should be, because again, what they would say is, we shouldn't operate the way that white folks are operating. And so if George Bush, Bill Clinton, and am I forgetting somebody, George Bush, Bill Clinton, and Donald Trump, if this is the way they run their marriage, that's how the white man runs his marriage. Well, if you're going to keep going on TV and everywhere and saying, I want the same results as white folks, but you don't want to do what white folks do, miss me with all of it. When I get online, I want to know that I'm safe from people trying to spy on me. That's why I love ExpressVPN. Find out how you can get 4 months free by clicking the link in the description box below or by going to expressvpn.com/fearless.
Jason, this is the sad part to me, is that feminism has been so effective in destroying our thinking that there are going to be a lot of people that get mad that you're even addressing this, that you're even saying something. How dare I, as a Black woman, come up here and support your coon ass in having something to say about Michelle Obama? There are going to be men and women who have a problem with that. This is what I'm saying. We disrespect Black men to the highest degree, that we can't even check the behavior. There are going to be men saying, Jason's wrong. He's playing into a white audience. He just wants to support this white man. Michelle Obama is right. They're not even going to see the bigger picture. They're not going to see what it's the painting, what message it's sending out. They don't care. When we talk about how the Black man can only get the big piece of chicken, that's really where we are. Honestly, I don't even think we're giving the Black man the big piece of chicken anymore. I think we're giving him the wingtip. That's how brainwashed we are. We're giving him the little wingtip, not even the flat or the drum, the little tip that we pull off, that we discard and throw in the trash. Sometimes we might crunch on it a little bit. That is what we're giving Black men and saying, you better like it or else. That's the message that we're sending. And so I think that everybody needs to stop and take a hard look. But instead of that, as you were saying, it's so much about, will white people be mad? Are we pissing off white people? that we don't even love ourselves enough to say, I'm not even going to focus on whether white people are going to be mad. I want to focus on what's best for Black people. And we understand that tradition and the traditional family, the nuclear family, raising our kids together, instilling morals and values into them, that's the best way. But if you're so focused on, hating the Black man, hating the white man, you're hating the white man more than you're loving the Black one. That's sad.
And on top of all that, you're hating the white man rather than follow God, because this is not a black or white issue. It's a God issue. It's a biblical worldview issue. It's a, hey, are you going to fall in line with these biblical principles? And again, as it relates to marriage, as it relates to leadership, man is given dominion. He's supposed to lead. Are you willing to follow? Or have you made it up in your mind, which a lot of women have, that the Black man is unworthy of being followed, even if he's Barack Obama? So and that's who y'all allegedly love, Barack Obama. But the underlying message from Michelle is you ain't got to follow him either. and so who's worthy of being followed? Tyrese? Idris Elba? I doubt it. People may say for a hot moment they may follow him, but in reality, the messaging to Black women is no. Do it on your own. Don't follow anybody. Whatever you feel, whatever. And again, disrupt everything. Disrupt. No traditions, no expectations, no protocols. You don't have to respect any of it. Don't miss a second of Fearless. Hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with our latest content.